So lately I've been receiving a lot of questions from clients about what's the best way to manage a vacation rental. And this is probably the biggest decision for anyone looking to purchase a vacation rental, besides of course working out how and where to find an eligible property and where are the best locations. But the truth is that there's no right and wrong answer. It's all going to depend on your personal circumstances and how active you want to be in managing your property. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was never an advocate of using large management companies. I was more an advocate of using a small local operator or an individual. And that's until I met the CEO of AvantStay, and he actually completely changed my mind. So today I'll tell you everything I've learned and why you'll want to consider different options on managing your vacation rental home. I mean, if anyone tells you that owning a vacation rental is a shortcut to passive income, then definitely think again. It's actually anything but passive. But what are some of the options you have when it comes to managing your property? Well, you can manage your property all by yourself. You could be totally hands-off and put the management entirely into a third party's hands. Or you could use a hybrid model whereby you use a local property manager to look after the property and manage all the physical things, and then you focus on managing the listing, doing the communication with clients, and marketing the property and doing all the things that you can do remotely. I mean, I've always been an advocate of either working with a freelance property manager to physically look after the property and then manage turnovers and restock supplies and that sort of thing, or working with a small local full service company. While doing it all by yourself will save you a fortune in management fees, you need to understand the amount of work involved, and you also need to be relentless in every detail, from marketing to communication to property management. Even then, there are no guarantees that you'll be able to get the revenues that you need to make it work. But do you know what else you need to know? How to get updated with everything about buying and living in Sonoma County. So don't know how? Well, I've got a solution for you. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel to get new videos just like this one, and I promise that you'll have all the news about lifestyle, things to do, best neighborhoods, and much more in Sonoma County. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. So what was it about my recent conversation with Sean Guerneville, who's the CEO of AvantStay, that made me change my mind about this whole subject of property management? Well, when I met Sean, it was refreshing to actually meet somebody in the vacation rental property management business who had a different perspective. If you watch some of my other videos, you'll know that I'm passionate about not just the location of the vacation rental investment, but the importance of creating an experience for guests as part of setting up a profitable vacation rental business. So this is at the core of AvantStay's business, which it describes as a leading next generation hospitality company which is set out to revolutionize the travel experience. And we'll go into a little bit more detail about exactly what they mean by that as we go through this video. But according to Sean, the business at AvantStay is centered at the intersection of hospitality, arts and creativity, and technology. This made me understand how in AvantStay's world, that experience extends much further than just providing a stocked fridge and a welcome basket. Their homes are designed for hospitality at the outset. And Sean explained that it's very different to set up a home for hospitality versus setting up a home to live in full time. I mean, the combination of the digital guest experience and the ancillary services the company offers to guests who book their homes helps transform them from a simple vacation rental into a home with all the amenities of a hotel. I mean, there are so many benefits to staying in an Airbnb versus a hotel, but in my mind, one of the worst things about Airbnbs is not having access to some of those concierge style services. Having a company that's offering this and much more takes a vacation rental to a different level. While creating a better product for homeowners sits at the heart of the service, the real proof of the pudding is about attracting guests to stay there and driving up the revenue for any given property. To me, this is where the real value in working with a professional operator such as AvantStay comes into its own. I mean, they do much more than just putting your property online and watching the bookings roll in. The company works with over 60 different operators to get the properties in front of as many consumers as possible. And this distribution is key. For example, you can also use your Marriott Bonvoy points or Capital One loyalty points to book one of their homes, since they've built up partnerships with these online travel agents to make sure that properties get the maximum possible distribution. And the partnership also includes lots of small luxury operators of vacation rentals, which if you're doing it yourself, it's just hard to get that level of distribution. It's sometimes easy to think of marketing a vacation rental as simply putting it on Airbnb, but there are so many different places where people discover and book vacation rentals. I mean, it's very hard for an individual to distribute their homes across tens of different platforms. So what can you expect when it comes to maximizing your income with a company like AvantStay? So while Airbnb charges 12% as a booking fee, some operators will charge as much as 18%, which is why AvantStay also heavily invests in marketing its properties to get direct bookings. As a result, as many as 40% of its bookings come direct, which increases the profits for homeowners. It also embraces the use of marketing, and particularly influencer marketing, to market its properties, having a dedicated marketing partnerships team whose job it is to achieve visibility for its properties. For example, it will offer free stays to YouTube stars in return for a review of the property. It's even had some of its properties featured on TV shows, all as part of promoting those properties. So now you must be wondering, since they're relatively new to the Sonoma County market, do they take on any property or are they sort of kind of selective? I mean, the business is all about creating a place where friends and family can go and enjoy a great environment, enable guests to, create memories where the experience is, as good as it can be. Because of that, many properties they take on are larger 4, 5, and even 6-bedroom properties. However, they have just taken on a couple of 2-bedroom properties for our clients, so they do take on smaller properties, but it just has to be well designed, have great photography, be well kept, and also have some great amenities. So the big question is whether AvantStay can make more money for its homeowners. Well, according to their data, their properties will typically earn between 20 to 50% more than properties managed by other operators. So as well as getting more direct bookings with a lower booking fee, because they also layer on services, this also brings in an extra cut of revenue for the homeowner. So while they do charge between 18 and 30% for properties in Sonoma County, I mean, it's better to pay 30% on 50% more revenue than pay 20% on half the amount of revenue. And what can we say about their plans for the future? Well, according to Sean, while they only have around 20 properties in Sonoma County at the moment, the goal is to be a premium brand on Airbnb in the same way that the Four Seasons is a premium brand on Expedia. And it makes total sense to build a brand in the vacation rental space. I mean, we've all stayed in vacation rentals that are a huge disappointment compared to the photos online. I mean, there's definitely room for a company like AvantStay that has a portfolio of branded properties that are synonymous with a certain quality and level of amenities, so you know exactly what you're getting. By the way, if you are thinking of buying a property or moving to Sonoma County from out of the area, make sure to grab my Sonoma County relocation guide in the description below. There you'll find everything you need to know before moving here, including a breakdown of the area, the things to do, the different neighborhoods, and way more, so make sure to check it out. I know I've certainly referred a few new clients to AvantStay, and their experience so far has been really excellent. I introduced one particular owner to AvantStay because he bought a property, was with another realtor, I might add, which was a nice property, but in a really difficult location, although it had lots of space for multiple amenities. So I introduced him to AvantStay. I mean, because he'd lost his job, he really had to find a way to make the numbers work, otherwise he'd have had to sell. And I'm pleased to say they signed a contract with them and so far has been really impressed. Hopefully it'll continue in that vein. So if you made it to this point in the video, there's a good chance that you're thinking about buying your next home or investing in the area, or buying a second home, or even selling your current one. We'd love to be your real estate resource of choice, so just email me at david@brewingtonhargreaves to get started. Our team is the #1 team in Sonoma County with over 71 families helped in 2023 with nearly $80 million worth of transactions bought and sold. So we're here to help you, whether you want a second home or a vacation rental or just move into the area. We can definitely give you, inside access to what developers are building, give you updates on the coming market and way more. And hey, before you go, if you like this video, you'll love my next video, which is about everything you need to know before deciding to move to Sonoma County. There I'll break down an A to Z, what it's like living here, and way more. So make sure to check it out. And I'll see you in the next video.